What's up, guys? We're back. We're here in the Dolly Sods. It's just me and my girlfriend Holly. This trip kind of got rescheduled a few different times throughout this month. So we started off with kind of a big group of people, and then it ended up being just me and Holly for this trip. It's Saturday. We woke up at 4 o'clock this morning, left Findlay about 5:30 this morning, drove out here. It's like 3 o'clock now. So it's going to be kind of a bit of a rush trip, but that's okay. It was a pretty drive up here. Had a real pretty sunrise coming in, and just driving in through West Virginia and up here to Dolly Sods is always pretty. But like I said, the trip's going to be kind of a rush trip. We're going to do the entire loop. Try to knock most of it out tonight and then finish out the rest of it tomorrow morning, because we both have to work Monday morning. But it's all good out in nature, so it's always fun. Dolly Sods is beautiful. I'm excited to be here. It is super busy here in Dolly Sods. It's like the busiest I've ever seen it. Fat ass disrupting stuff.
Huh?
I said my fat ass disrupting this stuff. This is the view from Bear Rocks. At least part of it goes all the way down in through there. Once we get off this rocky section, it'll probably be fine.
I was just sitting dry.
We're heading down Bear Rocks Trail, getting ready to kind of start the actual loop. Haven't made it to where we crossed the creek yet, but the colors out here this year right now, they're beautiful. I think we timed it about perfect. This is usually about the time we come. It's actually about 2 weeks later, and so far looking pretty amazing. All right, made it to the first trail junction off of the trailhead with Bear Rocks Trail coming in. And then Raven Ridge goes that way. That's where we will come out. And we are heading down this way and gonna loop around over towards Rocky Ridge and all that, and then up to Lion's Head. Hopefully we'll get up to Lion's Head tonight. So if you ever come out here to Dolly Sods, especially out here on the backside of Raven's Ridge, there's a bunch of these little like pink plastic pylon things. That basically means that that's private property. And so, you know, you don't want to go off onto somebody's property, but backside of Raven's Ridge, they're kind of all over back here. So if you see it, stay on the right side. We are about all right, so we're about 4 miles in, and we're moving at a pretty good pace. We're moving at about 2.5 miles per hour. Been moving for an hour and a half. So at this pace, should have no problem making it to Lion's Head tonight. That's the goal. That'll put us a little over halfway, and then hopefully we can do the remainder of the loop. Book it out of here tomorrow. This is super pretty. Check this out. Walking around the ridge, all the pretty colors. It's one of the most scenic parts in the Dolly Sods. So pretty. All right, so we're 7.5 miles in. We're on Rocky Ridge right now. And instead of just pushing the Lion's Head, been a lot of campsites open back here. Usually a lot of stuff's taken, but parking lot was super full. But it looks like most people are just day hiking. So hopefully when we get to Lion's Head or somewhere near there, there's open campsites. This trail is appropriately named. It's pretty rocky. We are just a little over 9 miles in on Big Stone Coal. And I'm guessing we got about an hour of sunlight, maybe a little bit more. So the push is on. We are night hiking. It's not completely dark, but it's dark here on the Big Stone Coal Trail. We're almost to Lion's Head, maybe like a mile to go. But seeing that I've been here like 4 years in a row, I pretty much know right where Lion's Head is at, and it's marked on my GPS exactly where the trail is and all that kind of stuff. But if you were looking for Lion's Head and have never been here, definitely would not recommend doing it in the dark because it would be next to impossible. Okay, so future me sitting at home. So obviously we made it up to Lion's Head, but when we got there, it was super late, it was dark, and I really couldn't record any video. So that's why I'm throwing this short little clip in. But we got there, it was late, and there was a ton of people up there at Lion's Head. There's probably at least 30 people sitting up there at Lion's Head camping and hanging out, maybe even more. I've never seen that many people at Lion's Head. It was crazy how busy it was. But like I said, when we got there, it was super dark. It was late. We was tired. And so we just got our camp set up. We ate real fast, and we went directly to bed. My setup was the Tarp Tent Pro Trail, and I slept on the X-Therm sleep pad with the 30-degree burrow, hammock gear quilt, and a pillow. And Hallie used her dream hammock with the Big Agnes Air Core 4, I think is what her pad is. And she's got a 15-degree quilt from Puri Outdoors. So, like I said, that was our setup, but we went to sleep, we woke up early, and we hiked out. All right, back to the original video now. Good morning. It's day 2, 6 o'clock in the morning. We got up at like 5 o'clock. We got the other half of the loop to do today, and we still want to get out of here fairly early. But Holly and I hiked out here to Lion's Head. Can't really see the view, but the stars are amazing right now. Still pretty cool. It is about 8 o'clock. We've been hiking about 2 hours. We're 14 miles in. Haven't really filmed much on this side because we're really just kind of walking through the woods. Side's kind of boring. Not that there's anything wrong with just walking through the woods, but it's not a whole lot to show over here. So we're just going to keep moving along. I think right now we're going at maybe 1.5 miles per hour. It's not super fast, but still moving along at a decent pace, I feel like. But I'll check in a little bit. So we just crossed the Red Creek over on this side. It's kind of like the big water crossing over here, and it's a really pretty area right in through here. There's a lot of cool campsites right here by the Red Creek. So if you're coming along on this side and you want to camp over here on this Red Creek trail, right after you cross over the creek, lots of campsites, and they're really nice. So just future reference for myself and anybody else that ever wants to camp on this side. We are on the Red Creek Trail. Decided to go a slightly different route than the other way around. Never gone this way before, so we're taking the Red Creek Trail out to the Red Creek campground. And then from there, it'll be kind of like a road walk. Just same distance, but instead of the last couple miles in the woods, it's last couple miles on the road. And we're ready to get out of here. So that was the decision we made. But this trail is a nice little change of pace. It's pretty in here. Check it out. Holly says the official trail name of this is FR75. All right, we're about back to the car. Total moving time was just over 11 hours, so completed the whole loop. 11 hours, that's pretty good. Moving at a pretty good pace. Dolly Sods is beautiful. I think if I come back again, I've been here 4 years in a row, I'm gonna cut out this back section and I'll hike around to Dolly Sods and do like an out and back, because that whole section's really pretty. But this back section, it's just kind of walking through the woods. So it's nothing spectacular, but if you haven't done the whole loop, at least do the whole loop once. But for me, from now on, I think I'll do an out and back to Lion's Head. It's been fun. I'll be back next year. Thanks for watching.